Trying.
So, Frederick William Maitland was born on the 28th of May 1850. Sadly, he passed away on the 19th of December 1906. From illness, he had a long history of illness throughout his life. He was educated at Eton and then Trinity College, Cambridge, and then was called to the bar by Lincoln's Inn in 1876. As I've already noted, he was lecturing here in that's to say the University of Liverpool, in 1883 and 1884. And it was in that year, 1884, that he was appointed to a readership in English law at the University of Cambridge. And then not long after, he was appointed to what is now, and you could argue then, the preeminent chair of English law in England and Wales. That's the Downing Chair of the Laws of England, currently occupied by Professor Sarah Worthington QC, who is of course an equity lawyer and an insolvency lawyer, interestingly. But in 1888, Professor Maitland is appointed to that chair, the Downing Chair of the Laws of England in the University of Cambridge. The same foundation, of course, as the college of the same name and the street where prime ministers live of the same name. Moving forward, biographically, Maitland, of course, was one of the founding members of the Selden Society, and it's from that activity that we get some of his most famous publications. In addition to his history of English law, which is perhaps what he's best known for, or with us, of course, it's his series of lectures on equity that were first published in 1909. But we think of him as the founding editor of the Selden Society, who also gave the Ford Lecture in 1897, and then another prestigious lecture, the Reed Lecture, in 1901. Unfortunately, as I've already alluded to, he passed away in 1906 in Gran Canaria, and it was tuberculosis that was his downfall, and he's buried in the English cemetery on that island. So if you're ever there on holiday, do go and pay your respects. It's a shame that he passed away. Just before he did, in 1902, the Prime Minister, Arthur Balfour, offered him the Regius Professorship of History in the University of Cambridge, so succeeding Lord Acton into that chair, but Maitland refused. Perhaps that was because of his health. So, if you're not going to Gran Canaria but still want to pay tribute to Professor Maitland other than deploying his written output as secondary sources in your assessment, the other way you might pay tribute is by going to Westminster Abbey to Poets' Corner, where you'll see a small plaque commemorates his life and work. So we're incredibly privileged here at the University of Liverpool to have a portrait of this key figure in the history of English law as a subject, but also, of course, equity as a subject as well. Cut.